So let me explain that in a little more detail. So I'm going to draw a line with a hidden line. There it is. And the dashes are a little close together. So at the default level of zoom, I have not zoomed in or out right now. At the default level of zoom, to see the dashes, I need to change my LTS, my line type scale, to 2. And that is what I recommended to you guys the other day. All right. So right now, at the default level of zoom, when I have it with an LTS of 2, the dashes look normal. If I zoom way in though, way in, like just like this, the dashes look way too big, right? And if I zoom way out, same thing. If I zoom out farther and farther and farther, the dashes just look like a solid line. You can't tell the difference. And if I draw a line now across the screen, it just looks like a solid line. So it's important that you are using the right line type scale for the level of zoom that you are at. And the level of zoom that you are at depends on what you are creating. If you are building a city, if you are designing a city, you're going to be zoomed way out. Your screen is going to have, it's going to be miles across. Maybe from one end to the other of your screen might be 5 miles across. If all of Santa Maria was going to fit on your screen, it would be 10 miles across. But if you're designing a small part that, is going to go in a car engine, your screen might only be 1 foot across. You might be zoomed into 12 inches. So it really matters. I guess the question is, how do you determine how far you are zoomed in or how far you're zoomed out? That's an important thing to know. It's an important thing to be able to do. So the easiest way to accurately zoom in or zoom out is to draw a line that is the size of whatever it is you are wanting to draw, and then simply zoom in on that line. And I'm going to demonstrate that. So I have nothing on my screen, and I'm going to zoom out even more. I'm going to zoom way out. So I'm like in outer space now. I could be drawing the sun right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on just regular line, and I'm going to click anywhere in the screen, and I'm going to pull it in this direction. Okay, any direction you want really, but just pull it across, and you can see how big it is right now. It's letting you know that this line right here is already 540 inches long. I don't want it to be 500. I don't want a line that's 540 inches long. I want a line that is 40. So that is the level of zoom I want. And that's kind of the default level of zoom. So I'm going to type 40 and hit enter. And then I'm going to hit escape. So that is how you draw a line of a specific length. You simply go to the line command, you click a start point, you stretch it in the direction you want it to go, and then you type the value you want it to be. I could type maybe 100 right now, and it will make a line that's 100 long. And I could pull it this way and say 200, and it will make a line that's 200 long. So that is a very easy way to draw lines of specific length in AutoCAD. You just click the start point, and then you pull it in the direction you want, and then you type the value you want it to be. Anyway, what I have on the screen here is a line that is 40 inches long. And I could just turn the wheel and zoom in on that line, or I could do something else that's kind of fun, and I could type at the command prompt, I could simply type Z for zoom, enter, and then A for all, A, enter. And that is zoom all, and that does a pretty good job of zooming in on what you want. And then from there, you can zoom even a little further using the mouse ball or whatever. But That is a line that is 40 inches long, and at the LTS of 2, it shows up pretty nicely. And that is what we are doing these drawings at, that level of zoom. So if you're wondering why your dashes aren't showing up, that is a possible reason. You may be zoomed out too far. And one last thing, just to check the line length, to make sure, you can measure it very easily by going up to the dimension button right here. And just click on that, and then you click on your line, and then you click where you want the dimension to be. There it is, and it shows you, there it is. It gives you the number right there, and you can see it's 40.0000. So it is exactly 40 inches long.